Welcome to a brand new podcast, and this is the Oracle 19, and my name is Greatness. Business inquiries: if you want to put your business on the platform or your brand, you can email us at evolutionoflondon@gmail.com. Definitely just email us and someone will definitely get back to you setting that up for you. So again, that's evolutionoflondon@gmail.com. And that's the same email if you want to make a donation / free will offering to us. You definitely can use your support to keep building the platform and putting content on every week, which is definitely a lot of work and taxing, but support us. Even if it's $1, $2, you can send it to our PayPal account, evolutionoflondon@gmail.com. So we definitely appreciate that. And we have different links to other affiliates, which is www.linktree.com/evolutionoflondon. There you will find other links to other platforms that we have, other affiliates. So definitely support us that way. And we do have a Patreon channel that we have videos that is not on YouTube, www.patreon.com/evolutionoflondon. So definitely you can support us that way. Also, within the Patreon channel, we have digital artwork. We have consulting services as well. So you go to our Patreon channel, PATRO. Let me say this again, PATEON.com. I should know this by now. I just had a lapse. /Evolution of London. So many different things, like I said, in my head, and different affiliates we have, so it happens to the best of us. So www.patreon.com /evolutionoflondon. And also you can shop online to our baby shopping mall, which is www.evolutionoflondon.com. We have a whole wide range of different products. That's from men's, kids, ladies' clothing, and art. We have art, posters, and house products, and perfume, cologne. So definitely support us, www.evolutionoflondon.com. Mr. Will, he's been a fitness consultant for over 15 years. If you want to book a consultation, email him at healthfitnessconsultant1@gmail.com. That's healthfitnessconsultant1@gmail.com. And support his merch, www.wjaaccessories.org. So definitely support that as well. We have custom clothes, accessories, digital products for business as well as personal use. So www.wjaaccessories.org. Check out royalty9international.com. Company make homemade candles, 100% soy wax candles, from scented to unscented candles. Now the scented candles from frankincense, myrrh, jasmine, vanilla, rose, eucalyptus, just to name a few. And you can email them at royalty9international.com if you want to place an order, or you can go online, www.royalty9international. And they do have social media, TikTok and Instagram. That's Royalty9 International on TikTok and Instagram as well. So 100% soy wax. So definitely support their brand. www.royalty9international.com. Music. Cheap Limousine channel on YouTube. We have a whole wide range of different products. I should say a whole wide range of different beats. So once you go to his YouTube page, you will see his social media sites. So I need your guys to like, subscribe, and share to Cheap Limousine channel on YouTube. And continue to train on YouTube. Greatness 19 channel. We have over 480 videos. Definitely the shows, I should say. Video shows. To open up your third eye. So I need you guys to like, subscribe, and share to the Greatness 19 channel. And keep passing the word. And also make sure you check your subscription to make sure you are subscribed, because sometimes, YouTube allegedly gets a little funny. So just double check to make sure you subscribe to the channel and pass the information along. We want to continue on our worldwide tour on the Greatness 19 channel. And also support Mr. Evolution of London. That's our health and wellness channel. We're going to keep building, putting videos on health and wellness. So you need you guys to like, subscribe, and share to Mr. Evolution of London, our health and wellness channel on YouTube. I need your guys to support and check out DJ Panthro, international DJ. And he's gonna have more content on the social media and producing his brand. And you will find him right now on TikTok. DJ Panthro 519 on TikTok. So check him out there. And if you want to book for him to be at your venue, you can email him at djpanthro519@gmail.com. That's DJ Panthro, PANTHRO 519@gmail.com. Fin City Fish and Chips, located 711 Richmond Street. That's London, Ontario. Telephone number is 519-672-9950. And you can also go online and check out their website for their amazing dishes. That's www.fincityfishandchips.ca. They deliver DoorDash, Uber Eats, etc. The basics, Skip, the usual. And you can check them out on Facebook or Instagram as well. And you can email them at fincitylondon@gmail.com for their amazing fish and chips, as well as other dishes. Very nice people there at that location. And the food is quality, no question about it. So you check out Fin City Fish and Chips. Again, you can't go wrong. Another place which is very good and very tasty food, Simon's Prime Hamburger. They have two locations, 691 Richmond Street, Unit 1. Again, that's London, Ontario. Hours of operation is Monday to Thursdays, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Fridays, 11 a.m. to 2:30 a.m. Saturdays, 11 a.m. to 2:30 a.m. And finally, Sundays, 12 noon to 8 p.m. Deliveries is also, you can via Skip, DoorDash, Uber Eats, the usual. And you can check them online, www.simonburger.ca. 100% real cheese, 100% fresh beef, 100% fresh cut fries. And again, I always say I love their chili burgers. That's my go-to. Don't judge me. Their second location is in Windsor, Ontario. That's 3580 Tecumseh Road East. That's Tecumseh, just in case if I'm spelling it or pronouncing it wrong. Hours of operation is Monday to Saturdays, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Sundays, 12 noon to 8 p.m. It's a dining area, so you definitely can sit, relax, and eat, and enjoy the nice food there. So at Simon's Prime Hamburger. And finally, their telephone number at the Windsor location is 519-915-1397. And again, you can get all the information online finally at www.simonburger.ca, as I mentioned previously. Now, the Oracle 19 is on all major platforms. We're on iHeartRadio, Spotify for podcasters, Spotify, Google, Apple, Amazon Music, just to name a few. And any information I haven't mentioned will be in the description box of the Oracle 19 podcast, the Greatness 19 channel on YouTube, as well as Mr. Evolution of London on YouTube. And rumble.com, the Oracle 19 on rumble.com. And finally, www.theoracle19radio.com. All right, well, we're going to get into a topic that I know it definitely would be controversial, definitely triggering. But again, I give my perspective. It's my perspective. That's bottom line. Is Easter a pagan holiday? Yes, I said it. Is Easter a pagan holiday? Now, I know during the weekend you had Good Friday, and I don't really follow up on the Christian holidays per se. I did grow up in a Christian environment initially, which most of us do anyway. Whether you're Baptist, or Methodist, or Catholic, and Protestant, and so forth. There's so many different denominations within the Christian faith. So I'm not going to tell you what's good for you or not. That is totally up to you. But is it a pagan holiday? Now, definitely, I will get a lot of people definitely will say, no, it's not a pagan holiday. And the story behind Easter lies in the New Testament greatness of the Bible, which narrates how Jesus was arrested by the Roman authorities, because he was claimed to be the Son of God and later crucified. And, his resurrection 3 days later marked the occasion of Easter. And, greatness, Easter is a Christian festival which celebrates the resurrection of Jesus Christ. And everything, the holiday falls on, in the month of April, and it's worldwide. This is what you should know, greatness. And you should know, according to the New Testament of the Bible, Easter occurs 3 days after the crucifixion of Jesus by the Romans. You should know this, greatness. And there's a Holy Thursday celebrating Jesus' Last Supper and the crucifixion of Jesus Christ on the Good Friday as part of the week, which ends on Easter Sunday. This is what you should know, Mr. Greatness. You heathen, you. And I will say, great, fantastic, no problem. And then people will say, Easter celebrated is a big occasion, and Sunday prior is called Palm Sunday, which marks the arrival of Jesus Christ, amen, in Jerusalem. And this is spread all over the land in the name of Jesus. Now, I have no problem with that. I'm adding a little flavor and humor with it, and I don't mean any harm. I'm just basically, I get it. I get it. I get your understanding and giving me the play of why Christianity or Easter is celebrated. Now, I'm not going to get into Christianity. Let's focus on Easter. Why Easter is celebrated, and it's not rated probably by you as a pagan holiday. Okay, no problem. But my question from me to you, where did the Easter eggs and the Easter bunny come into play? And chocolates and candy for the kids on a Sunday morning. When did this come into play within the Christian faith / Easter? Why is this a thing where you have to incorporate the Easter bunny and the Easter eggs for the children and adults? Why is it it's some type of Easter a hunt for eggs on the Easter weekend? Why is that incorporated? Now, you will definitely say to me, well, it's for the children. It's a celebration. And, it's just entertainment purposes. You're going to give me a lot of different stories behind this. And, the word Easter took its name from the pagan goddess, Ostara. It's different pronunciations. One is Ostara. And another variation is Eastery. Eostre. Now, if I'm pronouncing the name wrong, forgive me. That's why I spelled it out. So, this is the goddess for springtime. And this ties into why you have the celebration of the eggs and the bunny rabbit, things like that. And Easter is already tied into springtime. The pagan goddess Ostara is a pagan holiday honoring spring and light from the sun and the awakening of the earth. Now, who was this goddess? And Ostara, and if again I'm pronouncing it wrong, forgive me. It comes from an Anglo-Saxon. It's an Anglo-Saxon name, and the history of this goddess is alleged. It's alleged that also in history she was more of a sex goddess. Had a man and basically turned him into a bunny. And again, that history behind that triggered a tradition which is perpetuated now with the egg and the bunny. Read up on that. You can easily Google the story of this goddess. It's all symbolism, right? And again, there's many different variations, but this goddess is basically the goddess of spring. Long story short. But the history behind this is another thing. This is why, for a lot of, just say for your Christians, this is why a lot of non-Christians say it's a pagan holiday, because then you incorporate eggs and bunny rabbits with this. Not the true essence of Christianity. Not the true story of Jesus. You add the man-made traditions into Christianity, aka Easter. And this is why a lot of, again, like I said, non-Christians would state that it's pagan. Because why is a bunny rabbit and Easter eggs a part of Easter? And if you start giving me justifications, justifying it, I should say, because you might say is symbolism of the egg dealing with eternal life and resurrection of Jesus, fertility, and if you incorporate that, and some people say, well, you know, that it was an egg that stood for the tomb in Jerusalem, you know, Jesus' tomb, and it's symbolic of that, and you know that the egg hatching is basically the rise of Christ, and because it's going to be variations. All right, everybody within the Christian faith, even within the within the different, I'd say different sects of the Christian faith, whether you know Protestant or Baptist or so forth, you're gonna have different variations of belief system or why you had the egg and the bunny that's tied into Easter. Okay, all of that sounds cute, but there is a pagan goddess that's affiliated with Easter. And my question from me to you is, why? Why? Because if you're really about symbolic messages, then you should, I would think, get deep into it. If you really want to do symbolisms. Now, how did Jesus dress? And if you're really about symbolism, then you should dress like Jesus, especially men. And if you're dealing with symbolism, my question for me to you is, did Jesus have a beard? Or was he clean shaven? And if he did have a beard, if he did wear a beard or had a beard, whatever wording you want, then why a lot of men is not growing their beards? If you want to talk symbolism. Now, I know this might not, a lot of people's not going to understand where I'm coming from, and they might feel a certain way. These are just questions I'm asking. This is why a lot of non-Christians believe that it is a pagan holiday, because a lot of so-called Christians is not practicing what they preach. They just pick and choose what to follow, what not to follow. A lot of Christians will say and I'm expanding outside of this, a lot of Christians will believe that the Old Testament is not important. The New Testament is important. Others will say both is important. So, what is true, what is not true? And every year, like clockwork, I'm seeing the Easter bunny and the Easter eggs, because it's definitely talked about. This symbolism is pushed to the kids and adults. And just like other holidays like Halloween, and you have Christmas, is this in the Bible per se, that there's a such thing as Halloween or Christmas or even the Easter? Now, I know a lot of people is going to give examples. Again, it goes back to symbolisms and man-made laws that have been added to this to justify Easter eggs and bunny rabbits should be implemented in Easter. And this is just all fun. But guess what? That is really the problem with modern day society, in my opinion. We about play, fun, more so than teaching facts. And especially to the children. Yes, it's entertainment and stuff, but there should be a deeper meaning that we should slowly explain to our children about fantasy and reality. But we as humans like to keep this persona of fantasy leading to adulthood of children, and then these children become adults and really believe that Easter eggs, hiding Easter eggs, and painting Easter eggs for Easter is part of not only tradition, but is part of the religion. I would say that's even brainwashing. If you're going to really practice, let's say, Christianity to its fullest, don't you think you have an obligation to teach the children what is fantasy versus reality? Because to expand beyond this Easter egg weekend, you have fantasies like Halloween, fantasies like Christmas, as I alluded to earlier. Presents, gift giving of presents in Christmas. I talked about that on a previous show about Christmas about a year ago. More fantasy, presents giving on that day. Like no other day is important. And if you don't we've been brainwashed where if we don't give presents on that Christmas day, we a bunch of heathens. And if you don't follow and paint your face on Halloween and have the kids run around here saying trick or treat, you are a heathen. This is how we've been brainwashed. And if I don't hide my eggs, if I have children and I don't hide my eggs, for an Easter hunt and paint eggs on Easter weekend, if I don't do that for the children, I'm a heathen. people now is going to show you the brainwashing of society, they will blame me. What type of parent am I for not painting eggs and hiding eggs for the babies? It should be celebrated, and it's for the children. And so that means why I can't paint eggs on January? No, February. Or how about July? No, August. Okay, September. So I can't, so if I paint eggs on other months, is that wrong? Why it has to be on Easter weekend? So the bunny rabbit, there's no bunnies in July? They don't do any hippity hop in May? How about September? No, November. So why is it, let's say, the pastors and the reverends don't teach the whole history of Easter? A lot of them, I don't know all, but a lot of them do not. They just give certain passages, certain verses, the usual suspects: Luke, Matthew, Mark, John, 3:16. You know, we should love everybody. Love, love, love. I mean, what about this goddess that I just discussed? Does any of these churches talk about this goddess? Ostara? Well, Ostara? This goddess of the spring, and the history of this goddess, and what this so-called goddess was really about, and how the bunny and the egg story came about, and that what the symbolism of the egg is and the symbolism of the bunny is. Can somebody get into that more deeply within the Christian church? These are just a few examples of why non-Christians have a problem with the Christian faith. Now, for you Christians that follow it, listen, I'm not telling you should not follow. You do whatever you want to do, just like I do whatever I want to do. You have that 1% will. It's totally up to you. I'm not saying that Christianity is bad for you or good for you, or you do whatever you want. I'm not in the business of trying to tell you what faith you should follow. I personally do not care, because your faith don't infringe on what I believe in. So I really do not care. Just do whatever you want. You're not around me. You're not in my household. So I'm fine with that. So you stay in your lane and I stay in my lane, and that's what it is. But is Easter a pagan holiday? I want to zero in on that. Is Easter a pagan holiday? And that's again based on these few examples. I know a lot of the scholars and people from many different denominations and religions can go deeper. And this is not a show that I really want to get that deep into. I can. I just wanted to give a little examples and spit a couple of things, put certain things out there in the universe. But I'm not in the business to get deep into it. I'm just questioning why, if Easter is a pagan holiday, and some people say it's not. Okay, and again, why is the eggs and the bunny rabbit attached to this? And is it necessary? What say you? It's on you. Again, I repeat, you can follow whatever denomination, whatever religion you want. Christianity, it doesn't. Buddhism, Judaism, it doesn't matter to me. I'm just zeroing on this. Is it? There's something for you to think about. Is Easter a pagan holiday? And a lot of people will say no, and a lot of people will say yes. And that's why I just gave, again, the examples of the Easter egg and the bunny rabbit that is attached to this. And if you really want to even get deeper, I just throw things out in the universe. Personally, I would, if I, let's say, was brand new and I just basically started going to the church on a Good Friday. I'm brand new from the streets, but I just had an awakening, and I say, okay, let me go to my nearest church, and I want to start it on fresh on a Good Friday. And now if somebody is teaching me about the story of the resurrection and the history of Jesus, I would want to know everything about Jesus, me personally. Maybe not you, but I would want to know who he was, where he lived, who was his father, who was his mother. I would like to know what race he came from, because he was from a particular race. You know, I would like to know, me personally. I would like the whole story of Jesus. If I'm going to follow someone, right, I want to know who they are, me personally. How they grew up, who are their parents, where did they live? They was a person, so they had physical features. They had a color to them. I like to know. I like to know what language he spoke. I would like to know who was his friends. I would like to know who was his enemies. And I would like to know, was he the God or the Son of God? And is Trinity, the history of the Trinity, and is that applicable to our everyday life? And I mentioned the language he spoke. This is the things I will want to know. Who was his friends? Who was his enemies? So forth. For me to want to follow someone. That's just me. Was Easter eggs important to him? Was the bunny rabbit important to him? I would like to know. So, that's just me, giving my perspective of what I would do if I was brand new coming into the faith on a Good Friday. Again, that's just me. But you will say, maybe it's not important to know certain things. Just know he loves us. So he loved all of us. Right? And you will say, a person in the faith will say, yes, he loves all of us. And so we just could keep sinning and it's always forgiven. So in life, because in this day in life, we have what is called karma for all of us, good, bad, up and down. When we do things, guess what? There is karma behind it. I think in the world that we live in, you pay a price for your deeds. Indirectly or directly, it happens to all of us, the best of us. But in the world of, let's say, the Christian faith, some people might say, we forgiven, we always forgiven, right? We just forgive and forgive, and we love. This, if I'm coming in, I like to know, is all of us always loved all the time? Is always no matter what degenerate stuff we do, we always forgiven? I will ask, so if he loves everybody, and basically, so is the devil loved? The devil and his angels or agents or physical devils that's on the planet Earth, are they just loved too? You might say, yes, it's all about love. So everything is loved, right? Just love. We just always loving everybody. Right? This is what's being told to me. So guess what? So why is divisions within society? If I'm brand new, I'm going to ask these questions. Why is divisions within people, races, and so forth? Why is it hate from one race to another? If it's love. And again, I'm tying this all back to it's Easter, a pagan holiday, because this is questions that a person might come in brand new and might extend on that point of view of just, instead of talking about Easter, might just want the whole enchilada of the Christian faith. Because as you know, Easter is tied into the Christian faith, right? Again, people will ask me, so what's your point, Greatness? What is your point? Do you hate Christianity? No, I don't. I'm just giving an example. If I'm coming in brand new on a Good Friday, I know if I was coming in like that, not knowing, brand new, I would want to ask these whole questions in order to give a better perspective of not only Easter, but the whole Christian faith. Again, it's my perspective, but let's wheel it back to Easter. These is on the minds of citizens out here, the non-Christians that might ask Christians these questions and give a perspective. So, is Easter a pagan holiday? That's for you to decide. I'm not here to tell you yes or no. It doesn't matter to me. You follow wherever you want to follow and whoever you want to follow. You can continue hiding your eggs, painting the eggs for you and your children. Knock yourself out. Have a ball. Have a great time. Paint your face. Run around. Watch some DVDs. Watch, the movie that comes out every year. I think it's talk about the story of Moses. The 10 Commandments, that's what I really meant to say. The 10 Commandments, like clockwork, comes out every year. and it's like a 5-hour show. It was back in the 1950s. And you sit up and you watch the story of the 10 Commandments and, you know, and have a good time and enjoy yourself. So that's something for you to decide and think about. Again, that's just my perspective. Is Easter a pagan holiday? You decide. You finish the story. Thank you for listening.